These are some of the most underrated combos in CS2, and by underrated I mean that you never see anyone use them or even mention them, and I'll cover all budgets from cheap to expensive, so there's a combo for everyone watching this video. First off, the Flip Bright Water Minimal Wear with the Specialist Gloves LT Commander in field tested, and normally this combo is done with the Polygon gloves, and I don't ever see anyone using these gloves, but it actually goes so well as the pattern of the Bright Water is basically the same as the one on the gloves, and it just looks amazing for $366. Next up, the Huntsman Gamma Doppler Factory New Phase 2 with the Broken Fang Glove Jade in field tested, and this one is kinda underrated in my opinion, simply because you don't see this combo that often despite these gloves fitting so well with the Gamma Doppler finishes. It's just super shiny, and for this budget it's hard to do better, and it costs $555. Next up, the Stilo Case Hardened field tested with the Broken Fang Gloves Yellow Banded in field tested, and for this one the pattern on the Stilo isn't really that important as you can find so many with a lot of gold for market price. Just look around until you find one that fits well here. This one is $338 and it's literally market price, which makes this combo a total of $437. This video was sponsored by SkinsMonkey, which is a trading platform where you can trade your old rusty CS2 skins for some new shiny ones in seconds. You just select the skins that you want to trade and the ones that you want to get. You click trade and it's done. If you use my code OZNI on the website, you get a bonus of up to $5 for free and a 35% bonus when buying balance. They also host giveaways in the freebies page, and link to SkinsMonkey is in the description. Next up, the Gutl Minimal Wear with the Hydra Gloves Emerald in Minimal Wear as well. And hear me out, the handle of the gut is green and it fits with the green of the gloves, and the contrast with the yellow of the lore goes really well here. I even used this one myself for a while with a flip knife instead, and it is super underrated as this one costs only $247. Next up, the Fion Doppler Factory New Phase 1 with the Specialist Gloves Fade in Well Worn, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone use this or a similar combo in game. The Doppler Phase 1 is the exact same colors as the Fade gloves. Of course it depends a bit on the pattern, but from what I see most of them look good here, but it is a bit more expensive because this one costs $629. Then we have the Skeleton Knight Stripe field tested with the Driver Gloves Lunar Weave in field tested, and this one is so clean. Both are field tested, but both are clean as you can see in the video, and I don't think I ever saw anyone use this combo in game. You can get it for a decent price considering that skeleton knives are somewhat expensive, and this combo is around $420. Next up, the Butterfly Bright Water Minimal Wear with the Mortal Gloves Cool Mint in field tested, and honestly this just looks clean. The obvious thing to do here is use the Polygon or even the Mongol gloves, so these aren't that used within this combo, but I like the end result and the sort of contrast of light and dark blue. It is the most expensive combo of the video though, as this one costs $1,300. Then the Shadow Daggers Gamma Doppler Phase 4 Factory New with the Mortal Gloves Finish line in field tested, and honestly I have never seen these gloves being used in any combo, legit never, so looking at it I think it's quite nice, and it's relatively cheap too for about $309. And then the classic Forest Pet Minimal Wear with the Bloodhound Gloves Guerrilla Minimal Wear, and normally people don't use these gloves for green combos. It's either the Forest Pet or the Arboreal gloves, so these are a nice change and are also pretty affordable as this combo costs around $235. Next up, the Bowie Gamma Doppler Factory New Phase 1 with the Hand Wraps Overprint field tested, and I'm not sure I can call this one an underrated combo, simply because people in general are aware of this combo, but considering the price I think it's pretty underrated as this should probably be a high tier one. However, I'm not saying it's cheap because it still costs $574. And then the M9 Rust Coat Battle Scar with the Hand Wraps Constrictor Minimal Wear, and I had to finish the video with an M9 combo, and the reason I call this one underrated isn't really because people are not aware of it, it's mostly because it is the cheapest entry to an M9 knife, and it doesn't look bad at all in my opinion. I think it's actually pretty good, and it costs around $637, which is expensive, but considering we're talking about an M9, it is not that expensive at all. That is it, let me know what combo you are using right now, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for daily CS2 content.